Hey Google, what's the weather? Ooh, it's 48 degrees, huh? Maybe you love 42. Alright, let's go grab juice. Genghis, we gotta go grab our juice. Can't live without the juice. Right, Genghis? Look at that juice. Just a little bit of that juice.
I have 12 emails, 30 messages, and a proposal due by 10. How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat. I'm in an actual boat.
I thought Grammarly just fixed grammar. They make boats now?
It's more of a metaphorical boat. Because I've been using Grammarly's AI for years to keep me high and dry. Try it. Grammarly can look through your writing to make it easier to understand. See? Shorter.
Whoa.
Clearer.
Cool.
And better. Now people will get what you're trying to say and you won't be flooded with confused emails. Can you do mine? No problem. Your writing's good, but your word choices could be better. Wow. Now your writing is as confident as you are. If that's even possible. New email.
Oh, well, what about our proposal?
Let me take a look. Woof. You'll be in deep water if you show this to the CEO. Grammarly can point out what's missing. Right there. The CEO will want to see a deadline. And here you should connect the projections back to company strategy.
Yeah, how
We
can I
haven't
do that?
had
Mia, can you do a deep dive?
Oh, we get juice. People love the juice.
10%
Would you
higher
like
on
some
prices here.
juice? Oh, Genghis. Would you like some juice?
The CEO
Say one for juice. Say two for no juice. Say one for juice. Oh, say two for juice. Come on, Genghis, now. Juicy, juicy, juice. Da-na-na-da-na-na. Da-na-da-na-na. The juice. It is fruit punch in my bowl. Looking so good and whoa. Oh, got me some freaking juice. It's gonna be a good day for juice. Oh my god, Fluffy, you are early. Hello. Or hero. Or how do I say that? Hero. I don't know. I wrote something in the chat. We'll just regard it as it was juice talk, or something like that. You gotta have your juice in the morning. That's why, Do I have, no toner in this? Oh, shit. Okay, I guess I'm out of my toner. Alright, we will use this toner then. Right, Genghis? He has no clue what's going on. That's okay, though. Genghis doesn't need to know what's going on. Genghis, what are you doing? Oh, he looks so stupid sitting there, but what do you do? Not much, I guess. Right, Genghis? Don't look at me like that. Don't you stare at me. You're being a little disrespectful, young sir. Gonna need to pet you. Guards! Pet him twice on the back and 8 times on the head. Yes, Majesty! Or, yes, ma'am. Sorry, I'm watching too many Chinese dramas. Xie Kuachang. Or whatever that is. And they're like, they go over there and they take the Genghis and they're like, alright, Genghis, you did it. You really messed up this time. It's time for you to get petted. And he's like, like dumb screaming, like, and then when he realizes what's happening, he lifts his booty in the air, right? Because that's what cats do. So he lifts his dumb little booty in the air. And he's like, wow, this is great. I wish I got punished more often. I'm like, whoa. No, you don't. Because what if I don't pet you? What if I tickle your belly? What if I tickle your toes? Like, Oh, hey, Ducky! I definitely was not talking about punishing my cat. I just want to let you know that right now. It just didn't happen. So, well, now the Ducky's here, I guess I should be working. Work sucks. I don't know what to work on. Here, let's bring up a document. There we go. Nice blank piece of paper. That's perfect. I surely will be motivated. Ducky, we don't allow skibbity language here, so I don't know what Sigma means. It's obviously referring to me because I am the Sigma male here. I don't care who tells you what. Why is there so many ads on this freaking play the music? Just play the music. Alright. Alright, I put on my toner. Apparently I ran out of this toner, but I still got a little bit of the what's this one? It's a hyaluronic acid toner plus. Ooh. Genghis, my face is gonna look good. You won't be scared in the morning now. Juice. Gotta have some of that juice. Everybody loves juice. Yeah. He's just a good boy. Looking for some toys. Thinking about how he wants my juice. I can't get that song out of my head. I know I just made it 2 seconds ago, but it's already my favorite song of the day. Genghis, do not go on the windowsill, Genghis. Yeah, I'm watching you. You may not know, but I'm always watching you. He keeps going on the windowsill there. Alright, I got amazing news for you guys today. I have no idea what I'm going to draw today. I initially thought I had a plan, but then I realized I didn't have a plan. I guess that would be the exciting part of the news. I guess the exciting part is I had no exciting part. Come on, fan, turn on. There you go. I'm warm. I demand fanning on my body. I demand to be fanned. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. There's no boomers here. No. No, I reject that notion. So, yeah. And I don't know why Ohio, I don't know how you, all the way not in the USA, use the word Ohio. Like, I use the word Ohio to show the garbage can of America. And I'm not saying the people there are garbage. I'm just saying it is garbage. No offense. But yes, kind of offense. And the reason why I say that is because the only times I've been in Ohio traveling, I've seen, like, the worst behavior you would ever want to see come out of a person. And it's all been in Ohio. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. I wasn't really interested in doing much. Maybe I'll sketch. I don't really want to make a character. I don't really want to... I don't know. I'm so incredibly not interested in doing anything today. But I said that yesterday, so I guess I can't say that every day. I reserve the right to be as lazy as I want. That is the truth. Ooh. Knots. It's so funny to me. I can look at a picture of knots and think, wow, that's pretty. I should probably put that in my Pinterest thing because they look good and I like good stuff. What did I ever call that? I actually have a little thing of knots. They're like Japanese, Asian-inspired knots. Why did I put Korean fashion here? I got so many boards. I don't know what I'm doing with them. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, Imakoi. I never read that one. Okay, I need to start sketching or I'm gonna just be lost here. Yes, Pinterest, yeah, okay. Pinterest is pretty much an ADHD trap. It knows exactly what it's kind of like YouTube and everything else, except YouTube you're usually learning brainless stuff, like how to say what the sigma according to Ducky, or other things, which I don't know what they would be, but I assume there's other things too. Ooh, what is this? Do se naku nara koi gai. I said that in the most white person way possible, and I have no remorse. Got me some fruit punch. It's giving me quite a punch. I'm kidding, it's just regular fruit juice. There's definitely no rum. Oh, ta-na-na, 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 ch-ch-ch. But at least with Pinterest, it feels like you're actually like kind of getting some sort of knowledge. You're like, oh wow, that's cool. Or I could totally draw that later. That's no prob. Yo, I cannot believe it's April already. Can anyone else really believe that it's April? I mean, can you? I mean, I can't. So, if you tell me it's April, I'm just not going to believe you. I'm just not going to believe you. Oh, writing advice? Yes. I have a bunch of, well, I have boards, and then they all have, like, infographics, because I don't mind learning new stuff, but if it's put in, like, a visual format, I'd probably actually look at it, rather than just a paragraph of text. So I have a bunch of infographics on how to, like, write characters, do scene transitions, what else we got? Environmental stuff, like a bunch of different things, you know. Um, it's Pinterest is almost better for curating ideas than I would go on Google. Like I barely use Google anymore. If I want to find like an image or if I want to find some reference for something, I'll go on Pinterest. It's way better. 100% way better. Yeah, like April's already here, and and of course, and I'm trying not, I'm trying not to get so worked up over like what I've done versus what I haven't done. You know, the normal artist issue things. You know, where you're like, oh my god, I didn't do anything this past year. You know, but it is kind of hard because it just feels like the year is going so fast. So you feel like, oh well, maybe I really didn't do a whole lot. Got juice. I mean, it's kind of progress, I guess. I don't know what the progress is for. I guess drinking juice. Right, Genghis? Oh, okay. He's literally upside down on his cushion, looking up at the sky, looking at birds. Are you looking at birdies, Genghis? I wonder if he ignores me on purpose. I've always wondered that. I'm gonna guess so, but I'm hoping it's not true. Because I don't want to think about my baby ignoring me, you know? Let's see, this is the 4th month. Almost half of the year has gone by. I don't know. I am right there with you, Fluffy Nico. For quite a while, every birthday, it wasn't really a celebration. It was more of like a sad event because yeah, you're getting older by a year. And trust me, nothing gets better when you gain years. No, you're just expected to do as much as you did when you were young with the same amount of enthusiasm, the same amount of this, same amount of that, while juggling adult stuff. And yeah, no, they and trust me, it's and society does this all the freaking time. As soon as you turn 18 and you're not considered a kid, nobody gives two shits about you. They could care less if you're a young adult or anything, but they'll go head over heels for like a 17-year-old who's one day away from their birthday. There's, they'll go all out. They'll be like, oh, this child is so precious. Oh my God, they're still a baby. And then as soon as it hits, like, oh, not a baby anymore. Okay, I guess you can go out, do whatever. And I'm like, okay, but, like, I don't know how to best explain it. I just feel like society treats babies with the, like, highest regard. And, like, as soon as you're not, like, the very day you're not a baby, you're suddenly disregarded. But it really takes about 3 to 4 years, maybe 5, for a good transition into adulthood, And I think there should be more services to really help young people. It doesn't mean that you're suddenly everything's going to go well. I mean, you got college, you got your life to think about. You got to, like, at least get your feet in the ground. So when people say, oh, you only raise a kid for 18 years, it's just such a lie. You should be raising them until about, 20 to 23, maybe 25 at most, if they're going for a really long degree or something like that. But just throwing them out like that, when you were so adamant about how precious youth is, well, they're still young. How come you're not supporting them when they were like 16? What was wrong then? Oh, well, you were still a teenager then. You didn't know any better. You were just an innocent child. Children don't know anything. Well, I'm going to give you a wake-up call here. Let's see, around maybe 12, 13, 14. And for some people, it's a way earlier. For some people, it's a lot later. But when you get that it just clicks, when you suddenly realize, oh my gosh, I'm a person. When you have sentience, sentience happens way earlier in life. But when you finally have a good hold of like, you can control yourself and stuff. And for me, that was definitely before teenagerhood. That was, a little bit before preteen. So it was 11. Was it 11? It was some obscure age. So unfortunately, I had to go through all my teenage years getting told about how I don't know anything and the world is tough. And I'm like, no, hey, I don't doubt that. However, please don't talk to me like I'm 4. I do have sentience now. You can talk to me just like a regular. Just talk to me like I'm a person. I'm just a young human. That's all I am. I'm not some, I don't know, possum on the ground that doesn't know not to eat its own garbage. I'm just a young human. Talk to me like a young human. Don't talk to me like, I don't know. Yeah. And maybe I'm just being overly weird about it. But I just don't think the way young people get treated, and that's, I don't like kids. I don't like them at all. Not for any particular reason. Young babies, it's because they cry too much and the sound is so shrilling. I cannot take it. But for most teenagers, it's because, just a lot of people don't. I think artists do better at it. You have a sense of the world and what's around it, and, you're not going off doing this and doing that, and, and I don't know. I need to get a new topic. What's a new topic here? Let's see. I don't know. My juice is good, if anyone wants to know. Genghis! Genghis, down. No. Oh, no. You don't do that. I cannot have you standing up on that chair. Okay? Now you know what the punishment is. Meow into this microphone. Meow into the microphone. Meow. Do it. No, be louder. Don't just give me an eh. Come on. Give him a meow. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the best we got here. Okay, Genghis, I can't have you standing up on the chair. You gotta sit down. I don't want you falling out of the window. Alright? No falling out of the window. I don't care. You cannot stand up like the way you did. Alright? That curtain is there, and that curtain will always be there. Do you understand me? Okay, thank you. I just want to understand. Just want to understand. No, you're not getting my chair. I'm sitting in my chair. This is my chair. This isn't your chair. This is my chair. It's for me. Me only. And you occasionally when I feel like it. Yes. Yeah, and I hate when teachers do that too, and they treat you, or they talk down to you. It's more in just how they act around you. Like they might, I don't know, they won't really explain a situation to you, or like if you were to call them out on their agenda, like say they're having you do an assignment so you learn this particular thing, I would always call them out on like, well, what if we already know, like, okay, so for me, I already know not to do that, so do you really need to tell me this? I don't really think you do, so I'm gonna just draw and do something else. Got in a lot of trouble for it, but I stood my ground, you know, and that's important to being a good adult, standing your ground. Questioning authority when it should be questioned. That's another thing, you know, adults have all been children once, so you think they would have the best understanding of how not to treat other young adults or children. In some ways, you do. You gotta treat like a toddler like they're kind of dumb, you know, like don't touch the fire, you know, don't stick your head in water without holding your nose. That way, you know, but you know, a young adult, oh god, man, I already forgot my train of thought. Holy crap! Now I'm treating myself like I'm the silly one. But shoot, what was I saying? Oh my god, I forgot. Oh, yeah. How, yeah. Like, you think adults would be like, you know, when I become an adult, I would never treat them how I was treated. And then they go and treat their kids or someone else's kids the exact same way that they were treated. You know? In fact, the adults that I gravitated to the most is just the ones that just gave me some effing respect. You know? I'm not saying you need to acknowledge that I'm some, you know, you don't need to acknowledge that, hey, 15 years is a long time on Earth. This kid really knows what she's talking about. It's, no, I have conscience, I have reasoning. You don't need to talk to me like I don't know what a bad choice is. You don't need to tell me what's good and what's not good. I do understand those things. You know, like I understand smoking's bad. Don't be drinking a lot, you know, don't do this, you know. The only time I would seek out information is, you know, like, all right, so what do I put this bowl in the microwave? That's the kind of information I need. I don't need you to tell me what I should be doing with my life, how I should be doing it, and who I should be doing it with. Oh, you need to get yourself, oh, and, you know, Lynn, are you going to have kids yet? I haven't seen any grandbabies yet. And you're not going to, so, what? You mean, what do you mean, Lynn? You don't want a little child? What are you going to do with your life? I sat there and I looked at this person. I said, excuse me? Yeah, Lynn, well, I just don't understand. Like, if you don't have any children, what are you going to do with your whole life? You don't want a child? Because what are you going to raise? You know, your years are going to eventually come where you can't have any anymore. And I'm like, well, we can actually get to that right now if you don't mind. I mean, I would certainly not mind never worrying about having, you know, a child. That'd be great, actually. And they're like, whoa, what? Oh my God, I hope you pray to God, you know, for what you're saying. And I'm like, no, I'm okay, but I think it's you who is getting into someone else's business that's gonna really need to start praying here, you know. But yeah, man, what a talk today, huh? What a great talk we're having today. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh, Genghis, are you laying down nice and pretty? He knows I'm talking to him. He just decides not to say anything. Genghis, what an asshole. Oh, yes. And I feel like it's always let me see if I can find a good representation. Karens who want you to have kids. No, not videos. I don't want videos. I need to find a oh, actually this picture looked really good. You know, they have the really dark lipstick on. Maybe they have nice short Karen hair. Usually a blonde. There's also older ones, like older grandmothers and stuff. Oh yeah. She looks like she really wants me to have some children here. She's got the look. But if I told her I'm going to be single and unmarried with no kids, she's going to wonder what I'm doing with my life. Oh man. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, she's wondering where her grandbabies are. She don't have none. Oh. And do you want to know what you want to know what really grinds my gears, my child gears? Is that, so say you were raised by your mom, your dad, whatever. And maybe your childhood wasn't as good. Maybe you didn't get like a lot of attention, or there was some family dynamics that made it not good for you. And then you eventually do have a child with somebody through whatever circumstance. That mother, parent, grandmother will spend the utmost more attention on you than they ever spent on, or they will spend so much more attention on that new child than they ever spent on you. That's the real piece of cake right there. Why would I bring something into the world that you're just going to cherish more than you ever loved me? I mean, oh yeah, here's one. She probably sits at her desk wondering why the young girls aren't getting married like they used to, and you know, yeah, I can tell what she does. I can tell what she does. Or when family members who, you know, and I'm coming from a place where I didn't have a good childhood, so, you know, then you have the family members who just get so excited, or they're so enthused about you having like a grandchild or a niece or a nephew or whatever it may be, but you know, they didn't necessarily treat you that way, and it's not because, and you get a little bit of attention too, but do you want to know why you get that attention? You get that attention because it's just because you brought something else into the world. They don't care about you no more. It's not about that. Or you being a good mother, and then they are immediately like, oh, is the kid feeding? Oh, what's he doing? Did you get him in any activities? I know he's only 2 months old, but have you thought about dance lessons? Like, what are you going to do? Oh my god, here's a bunch of gifts, here's a bunch of things you'll need, here's my old clothes. Oh my god, whatever you need, you let me know. But, okay, Aunt Susan, Aunt Clarice, why didn't you, like, do any of that when I was facing a hard time with my mom? Oh, honey, those were just different times. I just didn't have the kind of resources that it would have taken, but I'm in a better place now. And you got such a cute little one. They're so innocent, aren't they? I'm like, no, they're not, but okay. Right, okay. How you doing, Jimmy? How you doing? I don't know what we're going to draw today. I thought I'd sketch, and then I got into a rant about kids, which was horrible. I didn't like it. Even though I ranted about it for quite a while, so. Oh, here's something that I thought about late last night. I thought, so more of the Snow White disaster footage keeps showing up in my feed, and I feel like I have good points to say that aren't just, shelled out by other people. Like, the numbers are down because you did this and this, and, the basics that you always hear. So I thought about, I want to do like a drawing of Snow White while having a rant or me talking alongside of it. So you see me drawing the Snow White, but you also hear me talking about why everything works. Oh my god. So much freaking ads. Goodbye. This is no masterpiece, Jimmy, don't worry. No masterpieces here, just general art. And on the topic of Disney, while I'm kind of on it, I guess there's a lot of pent-up frustration concerning how Disney is approaching their brand, because it used to be a very family-first brand, but now there's a lot of agendas and stuff being pushed in their comics. And, well, of course I respect Walt Disney for what he did for the animation industry and community. I'm very glad that Disney is starting to see a dent in things, not because I want the company to go out of business. I don't want people losing jobs, losing any industry. But the more mistakes Disney makes, and they're going to keep doing them. They're too far in. It's going to keep going. And even if they do try to rectify anything, it's going to be a little too late for that BS. This is good because people like myself who do want to make animation and keep it, as on my agenda as possible and not be governed by a company or be governed by an agenda, that's good. Because it's like I said, how I said AI art is it does have a hidden benefit that people will then seek out real artists. So there's going to be people that are like, yeah, I'll just keep with this AI art. And then there's people who are going to say, oh, no, I'm searching out a real artist. I'm going to actually take the time to look for an artist. I didn't realize there was a difference in this. Let me go look for real artists. And now other artists are getting looked at. The same goes for things that you watch with your family. So say I come up with, say, 10 Steggy episodes that are, not completely, I'm not saying like I'm going to teach you your ABCs, but it's just nice, wholesome stuff. There's not a lot of wholesome stuff anymore. There's a lot of cartoons filled with agendas from adults, from people who think they know what they're doing. There's people that think they understand what a kid wants to see. And no, it's not. It's what other adults want adults to see. That's the only reason why they're doing this. So to use my example, the more mistakes that Disney makes, it makes people say, you know what, I'm not going to watch Disney today. Let me, you know what, I remember that animation I saw. Let me go check that out. Oh, it was on YouTube? Oh, and it's free? Oh, great. Why would I pay for Disney Plus when I could just go watch this animation that, and they're a small creator? Great, I'm going to support other small creators. I think it's going to lead to a domino effect of people supporting other people when they find content that they like, and you're seeing it obviously a lot more like Netflix and HBO Max, a lot of those other companies, now they have streaming places. They're taking on more not well-known, like, animated series. There was a series for, Isabella Moon. I've been seeing ads about that everywhere. I'm half vampire, half fairy, totally me. And I almost gagged myself, but it's still good. I mean, I hope it's not. I would be heartbroken if it turned out that I could find fault in it. Yes, indie animation's gonna rise. That's what I was trying to say. Good job. Yes, keep me on track. More indie animation. And that gives hope to people who have dreams of making their own animation and their own IPs and brands, and not worry about competing with Disney, because at this point there is no competition. And you got to think of it as, yeah, there's Disney, you got your classics, right? But they're not making anything right now in the modern world that people are enjoying, so they can only rely on that stuff from the past. And the longer it takes for them to figure out that problem, the better it's going to be for everybody else. And rightfully so, because, yeah, I do feel that Disney has been a bit greedy, and they think they're a little untouchable, you know? But you're only as untouchable as your fans let you be. And if you're not going to deliver on something that just people as a general like, it's going to backfire. That's not to say that we can't change how we approach storytelling, or we can't bring in current issues, because a lot of Walt Disney's stuff in the very beginning was extremely political. A lot of it was aired when the wars were going on, so there was a lot of propaganda and stuff like that in the old, really, really old animated, some of the black and whites, and then eventually when it went to color and things like that. But, that's just history. That's how history works, And even having Disney try to censor some of the first episodes of some things. I know Tom and Jerry isn't Disney, but Tom and Jerry heavily censored a lot of their earlier episodes simply because of certain characters were portrayed a certain way. And, of course, we don't see them like that now. But that's just history. I'm sure we want to think, I'm sure we would prefer that this didn't happen, but that's what people thought, It's like saying to everyone else, yeah, you may have done something in the past, but you can completely rewrite it and say you didn't do it. And that's not good. That gives out the wrong message, when a company tries to backtrack and either censor or remove certain things from their programs, especially if they were built upon it. Like if you made a cartoon, it wasn't necessarily well received, maybe it flopped, and audiences weren't really taking it. Yeah, maybe it's okay to edit that a little bit, maybe make it a bit more kosher if maybe something was a little bit too out of the ordinary. Go away, hair repair from Premiere with citric acid. Go away, bye. Yes, yep, Owl House, yep, exactly. Yeah, all the great shows that were canceled from that. Sorry, let me get a drink of that juice. Oh my god, that's good. And maybe these are rants for another time. Like I said, I was thinking about drawing or painting a Snow White, and then kind of talking about my perspective on the current atmosphere of Disney and exactly why I barely even look at Disney stuff. I actually won't even look at Marvel. If there's a Marvel movie coming out, I don't even need to take a second glance at it. It's not even something I would consider watching, even if I don't know what the plot is. That tells you how bad it is. However, I am more stingy than, or not stingy, what would you say, opinionated? Or, I guess maybe I'm hard to please, maybe. I'm a bit more, I don't know, maybe opinionated is a good word. Opinionated than most, so maybe that's why. But I used to really enjoy Marvel. Yeah, Fluffy, right? You used to really enjoy it, and of course things are never the same when you're younger versus when you're older. But oh yeah, the first Deadpool that came out was really good. Really liked that was good. I liked that one. But you know how when you age, things don't seem the same as they are when you were younger? Usually you get that at the end of your life. You don't normally think that with so many years left. So it just feels like so much bad change or whatever. The perspective of it is so off the rails that we feel that it's missing its mark, even though we should still be enjoying it. I don't know how to better explain that, but yeah. Ugh. God, I was talking for a while. I think the first Doctor Strange was pretty good. The second one, I didn't get a chance to see. it's kind of hard for me to look for sequels. Although I will say, if another Saw comes out, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be looking for that. I will watch Saw any day of the week. That's good stuff. I know that's... I sound horrible, but yeah, Saw is really good. Hellraiser. I don't know why they won't bring Hellraiser back, or maybe they have and I haven't noticed. They need to bring some Hellraiser back. We need some more Saws. Okay, so maybe I'm just into horror stuff. Let's see, what else? What else is really good that I'll look at? David Boreanaz could come back in Angel. Oh, that was a good series. David Boreanaz was so hot. Like, seriously. Oh, God, he took off his shirt, and you were like, Jesus Christ. But, let's not talk about that. This is a family-oriented program. We don't talk about hot bodies here, you know. So... Oh man, now you're making me wonder if I should go actually watch those. I like the horror-esque scenes. I think they're not fun as in, oh wow, I'm really, like, I'm on a roller coaster, but I don't think we see as much good horror these days, or if at all, really. A lot of it seems a little cliche-ish, or they come out with comedy movies that are like horror comedies, and I really prefer my horror to be serious, you know. I'm sorry, I know that was a really long rant that I just piled on you. I don't know what's with me today. I'm just ranting and raving on stuff. I'm really hoping I get an idea of what I want to be drawing. Maybe I'm just sketching all day. I try to make Fridays really interesting, but I think I know what the problem is. I'm probably procrastinating because there is stuff I should be doing, and I'm not liking the idea of it, so I'm just doing other things. But really, I could be working on the pancake perspective, which I thought about doing, and I'm like, oh. Ooh, yes. I have not watched Black Phone, but I want to. I heard some pretty good things about it. My boyfriend doesn't do any kind of horror. He won't watch any gory stuff. He's a soft little boy. He doesn't do that. But at the same time, this is the same boy who's going to watch his space marines stomp out heresy for the emperor or whoever they worship, you know. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, but you can't watch Saw with me. Okay. Just anything that's kind of scary in any way he doesn't enjoy. So it doesn't have to be necessarily gory. But I think it's more of like the themes and the idea of what's happening more so than the visuals. It's the twistedness of it, if that's a good word, you know? Pardon me. Alright, let's open up some of these documents. See what I have. It's been a while since I did a Steggy animation. Oh, you know what? I never did this one. He's bongoing to the beat. Yeah, I was thinking about Bongo Cat, but instead it would be Dino Bong or Bongo Dino or Bong Dino or I don't know. Alright. The fun part is I can take his arms and edit the timing of the animation so he does more or less bongoing. Let's see what the original looked like. Bongo Cat? How did that not search? Bongo Cat. What? Oh my god. Bongo Cat. No, not Bongo. Oh my god. Here, I'll write in cat. I can do that. There he is. Oh, he has little chickens. Oh, he's so cute. Oh. Well, initially, I don't think there was bongos at all. He was just... he was just tapping. So, I guess first, let's do an animation with just him tapping, and then we'll add in bongos and stuff. Sorry. Let's see. Ugh, setting up a document's always the hardest. Because if I don't set it up right now, it just won't work later. Wacko wacko. I'm getting distracted. I can't do that. Okay. Let's bongo 1, bongo 2. Actually, let's just get rid of that. We don't even need it. Okay. I usually like to have everything separated, so like anything that's still that won't be used at all gets a static image. So this will be table. And we already have that. Background always gets its own layer. Let's see, we'll frame that out. Oh, you know what? It's Friday. Does anyone have any cool things happening, huh? Anything cool going on? I don't need that illustration. Okay. So now we can separate that. You could also separate the face and the spikes. So the face and the spikes, if you want to animate different expressions and stuff later, it's probably just best to separate it now and get it out of the way. I kind of call it like splicing up the document, even though that's not exactly what I'm doing, but it is pretty similar. So, face. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, so face. And then I need a body. I need a body. Oh, jeez. Body. Body. I don't think the spikes would ever move, so I'm not going to separate those. And let's go into my file. I'm going to try to keep the same colors as the other things I've been doing. in a weird way, the animating part is. Oh, what? My fan is. I literally have the headset sitting on a fan because I don't like wearing the headset on me because it makes me warm, and it's catching the sound of the fan. So now it's like. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm probably tweaking out over here with my cat. My bee. Aha, we now have the basics of a Steggy in front of us. Yes. Okay. What timing do I have on this? Okay. Up and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, so only 3 frames. Wow. I am economical. Boink. Boink. Okay. So I'm gonna guess tab is on 3s as well. Or just only 3 frames? Yep, tap, tap. Okay, yeah, that is 3. So only 3 frames. Wow. Goes to show you can make cool stuff with only 3 frames, huh? There we go. Oh, he's got a little face on him. Steggy makes me smile. Aw, Genghis is sleeping. No, little baby. Genghis, are you a little baby? Aw, he rolled over and showed me his belly. What a good baby. Okay, nubs. Oh, no, wait. Actually, that was 8 frames. Oh, that's my bad. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boink, boink, boink. Oh, thanks, Catherine. He's just playing his little imaginary instruments. Steggy's imagination is his biggest contribution. Boink, boink. Give me food. I want food now. Bread, bread, bread. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Delicious in Dungeon. He is really silly. This is true. Oh, and eventually, and I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I want to make little animated episodes of Steggy. I would really like to do that. No, I don't want to call my millennial manager. That's it. I'm going to different music. I cannot deal with you no more. Cannot deal with you. Ooh, delicate jazz. I do like delicate jazz. Oh, here's melodies for the heart. Sweet. The problem is I don't, because I usually use all my brain power um, for coming up with episodes for the webcomic, that I don't think I really have any new, or maybe it would just have to be like something aside from the webcomic, like it's not, what's the word, canon, or hmm. The first frame and the last frame aren't lining up. It's the worst. I can't just copy that frame either because it doesn't line up. Wait, what? Oh, that lines up. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Ooh, Catherine, can you tell me more about your ghost bunnies? Wait, can I try to draw what I think a ghost bunny looks like? I'm gonna try. Because I just need a break from doing what I'm doing. Ooh, I used to use time lapse way back in the day, so like a few years ago. Oh, hey, it's Butterfly. What's up, Butterfly? Okay, maybe ghost bunnies just look like regular bunnies to me, but with a space helmet. I don't know. And in my version, they like have a little moon cadet. Okay, wait. So they're space bunnies. So their little pom-pom tail kind of just like gravitates around them. It's not actually attached to them. So he just gravitates. Maybe like there's a mini planet circling around it. Who knows? I don't know. He's got a little halo up here. And he's a space bunny. So he or she or the bunny floats around space using his little hopper legs as propel devices. But yeah, Jimmy, I used to use time lapse a lot back in the day. It was the only thing I had, and it was the only thing I had to make like any kind of time lapse videos. Nowadays, I use something called InShot, which has it is an incredible app. You know, if you want to make your own videos and shorts and other things, even like images and stuff, I would highly recommend it. Welcome back, Catherine. I made in my what I thought was a space bunny. I didn't know if I should give him like an oxygen tank or anything, or all right. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. I did draw them on there. Okay, well, I just drew a bunny in space. That's what I did. Do you have like a whole story idea for your ghost bunnies? if you ever make any like art or animation for your bunnies, I'd love to see them. Yay! Soon we will see space bunnies, hopefully. I love seeing other people's animations for their characters and stuff. And animation can seem, really daunting. And I don't know if maybe that's because, when you watch other animation from, say, Disney or, um, and like an anime, a popular anime, I mean, you think about how complicated that is. But, I mean, if you think about it, this only took 8 frames, and it's a loop, but you could have dialogue going while this is going that takes up a few seconds, or a minute, or you can have very minimal animation and still work fine. You just have to draw the different poses and stuff. And I guess the advice I would give is it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to convey the idea properly. So definitely don't get discouraged, if you start animating and it's looking really wonky and like you know. Pancake's here. Hi, Pancake. How are you? You're not gonna take Angus's spot on the chair, are you? You're gonna be a good girl, right? Right, Pancake. Who's a good Pancake? Nom, nom, nom. put some animations on Discord. Ooh. Oh. Oh my god. Whoa. Catherine, wait. Holy shit. Catherine, these are awesome. You did like a whole scene in this one. Like with different angles and scene cuts and Jesus. Pancake, you know not to tickle me with your tail. Your tail is tickly and it tickles me and I get tickled. I don't like getting tickled. Catherine, all your animations are awesome. Oh my god, you want to be my animation assistant? Like, seriously. No, well, hey, you deserve it. They look amazing. Doing, like, scenes and, like, having, like, a bit of, instead of doing just loops, because I just loop Steggy around, is something I want to work towards, but I'm always anxious that I won't do it right, so basically I gotta listen to my own advice there on that one. Well, you say you're a beginner, but, well, you know, in some ways that's good, because when I began animation, I took a lot of risks. Like, I did more scenes back then than I do now, which is the best part about being a beginner, because you don't really know how you're going to do, so you try everything and take a lot more risks. And then as you get used to it, maybe you pull back a little bit and you're like, wow, that doesn't look right, or that doesn't seem to work so well, so maybe you don't do it again or as often. So that's the benefit of, you know, being a beginner in some ways. But your animations look great. I mean, it has really good pacing and the drawing is done well. And I mean, let's see. I'm sure you have like a Twitter or an X account. I don't know if you've like dedicated a little page, a little art page to the bunnies, and people could follow along, and you could make like a little following of it. And don't worry so much about if it looks good or if it doesn't look good. There, you know, there's always a place for everything. There's, you know, perspective-wise, better and worse drawings, they get more or less attention. So you can't really base it on that. You just need to find someone who's interested in the idea and who wants to support you, you know. Kind of like how people support Steggy, even though the drawing is simple and, you know, it's not really refined or anything. Okay, well, don't wait too long, you know. If you always keep waiting till you have stuff to post, you may not post at all. I, I did that a few times, so. I'm still doing that. That's why I don't post a lot of my Steggy stuff anymore. But yeah. Okay, we need the second part of the sound effects now. And I'm even surprised that you did it on IBIS Paint. So much good can be done in any program. You don't need the latest program or the best animation effects. You just need to draw, you know. You got new program fears. Yeah, it looks really intimidating. And taking the time to learn all the different features of where everything is can get really frustrating. I had to switch over from Paint Tool Sci to this program, and what I should have done, because I had a lot of grand ideas, I'm like, look, I'm going to paint this great thing and do all this and do all that, but I should have just taken it one thing at a time, like learn how to open a document, learn where my toolbars are, maybe start figuring out some pens that I actually enjoy and maybe start scribbling a little bit, instead of like, I'm going to animate this 4-course meal basically, and it's going to look great, and I'm going to serve up some dessert afterwards with some awesome rendering, and I'm going to really let it go. Oh, and the brush that I'm using for Steggy actually is a brush that comes with the program. It's the crayon brush here. Crayon in the little pastel section. Yeah. Because the other side to Clip Studio is all the not references, but all the assets they have, brushes and backgrounds, and you get a material board, and that can, just looking at it, I feel overwhelmed, but I've slowly added things I like over the years, and I'm really picky about what I put on there, so I'm not adding too much. It's hard to hold back when you see a bunch of things that you like, but you gotta try to hold back on all the things. Oh yeah, I got tons of little special effects and little bursts and a bunch of stuff. But Catherine, maybe to get you kind of used to it, maybe you could challenge yourself to just doing some sketches. Like practice opening up a document and, find a pen that, is kind of nice and just start drawing some space bunnies there. And then, as you're doing it, it'll naturally happen. You'll think, oh man, I want to color this, and okay, this is how I make the layers. Okay, that's not too bad. And all the programs are extremely similar. You just need to know where to find everything. And there's a lot of effects and things that you're just not going to use anyway. So, you don't need to overwhelm yourself by thinking, wow, I got to learn every single thing about this program. No, just learn the things that you need. Ooh, okay, bye Fluffy, go work on your book. Bye. Thanks for coming by, Fluffy. Let's see, a Sylveon. Let's see if we can draw a Sylveon. Oh yeah, Luca wasn't gonna come today. Luca also is doing stuff with his classes and doing other things too. That's okay. He shows up quite a lot. It's always nice to have him around though. He definitely keeps me in my place, I will say that. He's like, Lynn, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sorry. Make sure you do your exams. Actually, should I use text? I wonder if there's a font that I like. There is a way to animate text in this, but it's kind of a workaround. Ooh, I like that. I don't even know what it is, but I like it already. I found a font that I thought might be like Steggy writing. I don't know if you can really see that well, though. There you go. I like this one. Oliver's nice. There we go. Yeah, it moves. I might need to go get some more juice then. I need to get my car an oil change. I wanted to go out to Starbucks and kind of sit and work on the webcomic a bit, which I have kind of cracked down some of the, like, the walls keeping me from actually working on it, which is great. I definitely need to keep this momentum up. Problem is I can't really go anywhere if I don't have an oil change. And of course I don't have a bank card, so I can't really access any money. I mean, luckily that won't be too much of a problem, with, because I have, my boyfriend gave me a credit card, so. But of course I don't really want him paying for my oil changes and stuff. I should really be doing that myself. I'm gonna go to jazz. Let's do jazz. Alright. Cat Cafe, baby. need something else. Something else. There, got a big bald head. Got little shiners on him. Okay, so this is the text layer. Let's see. Bread, 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 bread. I can't stop thinking about that. Any different way we can show motion works. What is this? I see a goober. There it is. Tiny little goober. Let's get rid of him. Okay. There we go. Little bongo Steggy. But we're not done yet. We still have a few more things to do. Alright, Jimmy, we'll see you later. Okay, wait. No, wait, I need to, okay, I need to, I always get stuck at this part. Okay, so I'm gonna save it first, this document, and then we're gonna do a variant. So he has different faces and stuff. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Alright, so. Sports. It's a gift. That's right, it's not transparent, so I don't need to worry about that. Bongo Dino. 01. Do, 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 do. Let's put Patreon. Show them first. $560 by $540. Oh man. Hold on. I actually don't know how large this is. Canvas size. Oh, it's 191 by. No, that'll be fine. Okay. Export animated GIF. Okay, now let's open it up and check our work. Ah, there he is. Oh, he's perfect. Okay, did that. Pancake? Pancake? Is that not her? Okay, whatever. And now we're going to make a transparent version so people can use it in their Instagram stories. Maybe Ardex will use him again. Haha, that'll be awesome. Okay. Make this as flush as we can. Edit, grab. Make sure everything fits, which it does. Okay. image sequence. Okay, Bongo Dino. Frames 1 to 8. Drawing editor type canvas. Blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. Now we should have a bunch of frames in the Bongo Dino section, and we do. Ha ha ha. You can also add little different other sayings too. Like food, pancake, you know not to rub your tail on me as it is tickly. Pancake, what do you want? What's wrong? Pancake. Why are you... Don't get in the miniatures. Ah. Alright, let's take a small recess here. Alright, here, let me find my Be Right Back. There we go. Here, I'll have him play too. Hold on, I'm gonna go see what Pancake wants and probably fill up my drink container thing. Kangas, you be a good boy and you watch the stream, okay? Alright, what a good boy. Pancake, can you tell me what you want and why you're, like, yelling at me? I kinda don't like it when you yell at me like that. No, Pancake, I don't know what you want, though. You're not saying anything, and all you're doing is, why are you running away? I don't understand. I have the door open. You can go outside. What is it? sorry, I'm back. Hold on. I gotta sit down now. Hold on. Ah. You saying hi, Genghis? Say hi. Oh, what a good boy. Oh, sorry. She led me downstairs and she showed me her mouse and she wanted to play, so of course I couldn't say no because she's just a poor little cat, so. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks, Animatic. I don't know if you're still here, but welcome. Sorry, I had to take a little break, take care of the cat needs, you know what I'm talking about. Can you sit nicely on me, Genghis? You want to sit nicely? Yeah. What's wrong, Genghis? Talking to the mic. Tell everyone how you're feeling. Oh, what a good baby. Yeah, he says meow. And that's how he feels. I'm sure they want to play more, but I can't play more with them. I'm doing stuff. Like working and junk. And junk. Right, Genghis? You sitting nicely on my lap? Are you gonna be a scamp and run off eventually? You know I am. Yeah, I know you are. God, you're still so furry. I groomed you heavily the other day. Maybe I need to give you another bath. Help you de-shed your body. You like the Steggy, Genghis? You're so freaking cute. Like, just Jesus Christ, you're so goddamn cute. I don't know what to do with myself. Right, Genghis? You want to go sit back on your chair instead of being on me now? You were sitting so nicely. What a good boy. Who's a good boy? Huh? Who's a good boy? I am. That's right, you are. No, you're not sitting on my chair. I'm working. I am working, goddammit. Alright, sorry about all that, folks. We just had a little bit of a Genghis problem. And youth problem. There's all these kids outside playing. Ugh. Children. Alright, anyways, let's get back to Bongo Dino. I'm kidding. I don't hate kids, but if they scream outside my window, I'll get annoyed. Kind of like a dog barking constantly, just any kind of constant noise. Okay. Yeah, she does. Although, to be honest with you, Janelle, I think I need to get a new toy, or I need to kind of switch up how I'm doing things. Because I know she really wants to play and be active, but lately the techniques I've been doing when I play with her haven't been exciting her as much. Hopefully that'll change, because I grow my own catnip, and I'm about down to my last bits of it, and that is good for stimulation when I feel like she's been a little bit too bored, you know, every few days or so, you know, because I don't want her, I don't want it to, a routine's good, but I don't know, maybe I'm just overly worried, but it would just kill me if I knew that she was bored and she was looking for attention. That kind of stuff would just kill me inside, so I try to keep it different. I want to get a bunch of cardboard boxes and make like a little city that she can run through, and I can have the little the little toy kind of run through it, kind of thing. I think that'd be really fun. But I might need to break out some new toys for her, kind of get her a little bit more interested. Either that, or she just wants to go outside. Usually, going outside for 10 minutes, perfect. she's great for the whole day, you know. It's amazing how much a little bit of outside time works. It's just that it's been a little bit chilly. I don't want my baby getting a kitty cold, which has happened, which scares me. Because it's not like you can give them kitty antibiotics, you know. They could just, you know, kitty cold. All right. Let us think. Let's see. We can say food, bread. No. Oh, okay. I guess that works. That's not what I wanted. I like the idea of the Friday one. Only because it's so relevant. Yeah, like a little cat city. I have leftover, like, poster paints. You know, the really cheap acrylic ones? I have a few leftovers in like, different colors. So to make it more interesting, instead of just a cardboard box, like, painting, like, little windows on them and, you know, making it a little, you know, more interesting than just a cardboard box, you know. Oh, like, Janelle, when you made that really cute little kissing booth for the puppers? Something like that. I think that'd be so cute. Little puppers. Oh, yay, Lucky. I hope we see you soon. There you go. Now jiggles. Jiggly little Friday. Hee hee. Perfect. Good timing. I like that. Yes, Steggy. He's excited for Friday. Friday, baby. never update anything on my Twitter. It's kind of sad. I have 2 Twitter accounts, one for Steggy and then one for me / maybe watercolor. It's kind of like, well, it was the first Twitter I made, so it just has kind of everything. And then I separated and made one just for Steggy to kind of build an audience just for Steggy. And I don't update them regularly by any means. The Steggy actually gets more engagement and just more likes, even though it has less followers and just less of everything. And then my main one gets almost no views at all, really, you know. I'm assuming maybe it's just, maybe people don't, because my Twitter name isn't Lynn's, it's Small Star Kitty. And maybe people don't really know who I am, or maybe they've seen me somewhere, but they don't kind of remember, you know. And I get that, you know. I know I follow a lot of artists, and I don't really remember where I've seen them, you know. I thought about rebranding lately, or I guess a rebrand would be good. I guess as long as the Steggy is doing well, then I don't really mind. Because that's kind of more what I want to get into. I don't want to rely on fan art too much more if I can help it. Alright, we have Friday. Boink, boink, boink. And she's back. Can I help you, Pancake? No, you're taking his seat. Cushion. Pancake. Hey, cushion. 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 Pancake. Cushion. Cushion. Good girl. Yay. Because I don't want you falling off the windowsill. How mean of me, huh? You may sit there and observe. Good girl. Good girl. I bet on the inside she's gonna want to take my brains. I'm kidding, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have Friday. That's so cute. It makes me laugh every time I see it. Alright. Sweet. And I'm gonna keep streaming for a bit longer. I'm not really interested in turning it off. Anyway, so it's okay. My plan is to probably try to go to Starbucks when my boyfriend gets home, and I'll be able to take his car to go out. Because we also need to go shopping for some food. It's a dry household here. We don't have no food, so I can also go shopping too. That way he can sit at home here and rest and play games if he wants to. I guess work's been pretty stressful for him, so I don't want him to have to go out and drive somewhere if he doesn't really need to. my god, is this another spam call? Alright, hold on. Hello. Hello? That's right, hang up, coward. I guess she took your spot. Sorry, buddy. Oh, something I didn't do is I haven't even thought about doing new pins or anything because now with all these tariffs and stuff, I really have no idea how that affects me. I actually wonder if it would affect me that much. I mean, I'm not ordering like hundreds of, like thousands of dollars of stuff. It's just like a couple hundred. So I don't know. I don't see why that would be a problem. But I gotta look into that. I would get pens here if they didn't cost so much money. But some of the prices that American companies are asking are just, it's too much. You can't, I need stuff to sell so I make money. I can't be giving you 75% of what I make, then we would not make money. I mean, you would make money, the company would, but like I wouldn't. Or in that case, and I think it's going to trickle down the line with all these tariffs. Say these tariffs go through and people have to resort to getting American-made things. Well, then we're going to have to jack up all of our prices like by quite a lot, and it's just going to turn off people from buying stuff. Then they'll turn to places like Alibaba Express or Temu or something, and and just I don't know. It's horrible. But I'm trying to work on some things where I don't have to rely on manufacturing from another company. I can make it myself. Like I have an idea for a lantern, like a paper lantern, and a few other things. But so a lot of us, we get our products from places that have white labels. So it's essentially like a blank product, and we can print something on it, and then it becomes ours. They source all of their stuff from either China, India, Bangladesh, some from Taiwan, things like that. Well, actually, if I could find a manufacturer in Taiwan, I would really like that. I like the idea of supporting a country that wants to be free, and I don't like how China just likes to say, oh, no, 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 they're still ours. Meanwhile, the people there are saying, no, we really don't want this, please stop. And China's like, oh, no, no, don't mind them. They're just talking dumb. Don't mind them. They're still ours. Don't worry. I'm like, dude, why don't you just listen to them? They don't want to be with you. It's like a crazy ex-girlfriend. That's China. The crazy ex-girlfriend's like, oh, no, we're still dating. And you're like, oh, no, we're not. And China's like, oh, don't listen to them. I mean, we still are. Don't worry. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy how China can't get over its own ego of like, we're the best place ever. You should just, But to be honest, I don't know much about the subject, so I guess I can't really talk on it too much. I can just only speculate, really. guess I should work on my Steggy stuff, huh? Oh yeah, I also have these. These were more ideas for... What was these? These were... I guess they're not Steggy specific, but they were just ideas for stickers that I could make. Some of these are so old, I don't even remember them. Oh, is bread. Yeah, I remember that one. That was good. Oh, yeah, Star Kitty. Stay Positive's nice, although I don't draw Ducky like that anymore. Kind of looks like just a giant, I don't know, like a corn maybe or something. I don't know. These are the people who's driving him insane. That was funny. I like that too. What else? Sorry, I'm breaking out my chips here. I think it's gonna be. Is it gonna be? Hey Google. Hey Google. What's the weather this weekend? Oh. No, it's still gonna be like gross out. I thought it was gonna be at least somewhat decent to try it because we're gonna start on the garden. I took an onion and I cut it in half, and we of course ate the one half of the onion, and then the other half of the onion I stuck in water, and it's already starting to like bloom and junk, and I'm like, sweet. And it was a sweet onion too. What a good cat. Pancake, you're such a good kitty. Are you a good kitty? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, hey, Janelle. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm eating chips in the microphone. What you working on? See, I want to be lazy and kind of stop doing this, but I really, really shouldn't. So I'm still streaming because it at least makes me feel accountable. And I'm getting stuff done, which is good, you know. Oh, I hate house tasks. But if I want to be a good partner to Abe, I guess I gotta start learning how to actually clean up after myself and, like, do the dishes and shit, you know? But those tasks are usually so boring. Oh, wow. So, like, you'll get everything done relatively close to each other, so you'll have, like, a really big boost of confidence, huh? Oh my gosh, Luca! Yo, Luca! Wow! What's up? Well, for a zombie, you're an extremely productive zombie. Just so you know, the only thing I got done today was taking a shower, which I should pat myself on the back because there's just some days where I just don't feel like going through the pain and hassle of standing in a shower. So I actually did get a shower, so that's good. And I made one little animation. That's literally all I did. And I played with the princess. Right, Pancake? Oh, she's so cute. Oh yeah. Well, hey, D&D sounds really fun. I don't know how you have the energy to still do D&D after doing house tasks all day, though. I know I get invited occasionally to do some campaigns at a neighbor's, and sorry, usually I'm being like so wiped out I won't even then. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for me it's when I have to wash my hair because I have to have my. I don't know why it's painful, but just having my hands up and my arms up, washing my hair and everything, and standing in the tub doing that, it drains it. You know, I'd rather take a nap than take a shower, to be honest. But there's sometimes where having that hot water on you is honestly a godsend, and like normalizing your body temperature and stuff. Because some I don't know what age some of us are at, but yeah, I feel like my hormones are kind of going nuts. Like I get really really warm, and then I get really really clammy and cold, and then I of course have night sweats and stuff, and that just creates a lot of like oil on your skin, and you get feel gross, you know. Yeah, sitting down I guess probably doesn't boost energy. I do like bed exercises where I'll lay in bed and kind of like flex my legs and stuff like that to kind of get some blood moving and everything, especially if I've been sitting or laying for a long time. I've had some luck with that. Even though I say I don't like standing and getting a shower though. Honestly, for energy and waking up, like sometimes a shower is just what you need, like a nice warm shower to kind of get you loosened up and then end yourself with some cool water. Pancake, you see a birdie? Oh, what a pretty girl. How is your tail so curly? How did you get your tail curly. Oh, look at your belly. Oh, what a good girl. What a good girl. Look at that belly. Oh, she's so cute. Hey, Luca, what's up? Oh, yes. Yeah, the mental hump is probably the biggest problem. Oh, you don't want to go out, Luca? Aw. Luca, are you a homebody? You don't like going out a whole lot? Aw, your real grandma's there, huh? What's gotta be? Does your grandma live far away? She doesn't live kind of close to the area? No. I know when I visited my grandma in California, they would every day they were taking me to see something different, and I loved it, but it did get really exhausting. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is pretty far, huh? Aw, well, how much longer is your grandma staying? Is this like the last weekend you are gonna be dragged out of the house, or? Oh, school starts soon? Doesn't school start like in August, or maybe that's just for like Americas or something. Oh, doing pretty good, pretty good. I wouldn't say I have too many complaints. I ranted a lot about a bunch of different subjects earlier, but it wasn't really anything important. Let's see. I did some like anime-ish sketches earlier. So when does school start for you guys? Is it in like earlier in spring?
There is a goddess in all of us, strong as a lioness. Embrace the power within, every goddess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the opposite. August is when like most people go back to school. Oh, okay. That's really cool. Oh, how did your drawing turn out, by the way? Oh, or did you let me before I even ask that? I probably should actually look on the thing here. See that. Did you ever finish your mosque drawing? Hey, I can't draw buildings or paint them at all. So you are right above. You are above the curve right now. You are like master level. You know. No, 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 no. And who said that? Like, tell me now, who said that? Darn it, Lucas, stop removing your messages. Um, your grandma. Or, like, part of your family. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I hope you are smart enough to not completely listen to that. No offense. I know it would be amazing if you could have family support all the time for everything you do, but you do not need your family's just remember you don't need your family's permission or blessing to pursue the things that you want to do. So I just hope you remember that. I hope you don't give up or stop it just because someone else told you to or threatened you to do it, you know. What you do with your time is your time, you know. So maybe I'm playing devil's advocate, you know, but oh, you don't have to discuss anything if you don't want to. Is there any other drawings you're gonna do, or I mean, you're not taking your family seriously, right? Like you're not gonna stop drawing just because you know they're not approving of it, are you? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, keep drawing, keep drawing. Didn't you say one time your favorite dessert was Tutti Frutti? Aw, but dessert has to be sweet. Oh, I remember you. Oh, it's an ingredient. Oh, okay. My bad, Luca. My bad. Forgive me. Forgive me. So if I were to hand you a spoonful of sugar, you wouldn't down that? Because I would. I would I would risk diabetes in order to have that sugar spoon. Oh yeah, cheesecake. Yeah, that's good stuff. Um, that's a really cool tradition, Janelle. I never thought about that. I don't. I really like tiramisu, so I guess I would say my favorite dessert would be tiramisu. You haven't tried tiramisu? Seriously? Oh, Oh, coffee flavored cakes and ice creams are really good. It really balances the bitterness and the sweet, you know? So, if you don't like a whole lot of sweet things, I mean, coffee flavored stuff actually seems really good. Oh, I didn't know they made tiramisu candy. Ugh, I haven't really tried tiramisu. I mean, I'm not tiramisu, pistachio. Yeah, tiramisu is. I think Luca means pistachio, but he doesn't want to spell it out, so he said pista, like a pistache. You want a pistache? Well, yes, I would like a pistache, please. Thank you. Luca want a pistache? Don't unbox the face? I do not know what you're talking about, but I think I might have an idea. I'm actually gonna draw a separate one over here. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Well, isn't chocolate normally dry? Oh, okay. Okay, less so like crunchy and stuff. Ugh. Why is everything in Dubai kind of weird? Like they like dry chocolate and pistas and all right, I'll believe you on that one. Ooh, let's see what we got. Oh, no, no, I don't think I've ever seen this before. All right, I'll see how I can make this happen here. Oh my gosh, it's 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 funny. I have no words. I'm speechless. Leave the bangs. At least the hair looks kind of normal, but everything else, I don't know. I forget what anime it was. Not Azumanga Daioh. There's another anime with three girls. I know one of them's blonde, one of them has long black hair, and she has like this face almost constantly. At least whenever I would watch the little scenes on YouTube, like this really serious face and like never smiled and stuff. This is what this reminds me of. Oh, I've never heard of that. Plastic Nissan. Oh, like a little art comp? Yeah. Why not? Go for it. It would be awesome if you held like a little competition or something that just helps create like a little community for yourself and keeps you current and you know if people share it then you can get like new viewers and new subscribers and stuff. A water girl? That's really cool. Some people also call them like slime girls. Although I know your girl isn't made of slime, but it's just the idea of like a watery texture to the form of the body and everything. Well, that's really cool. Heck, I would join. Yeah, go for it. Heck, I might even watercolor it because I love making like watery effects with watercolor. Oh yeah, do you like it? I'm trying to figure out how to draw the eyes right now. I'm like looking at it like, oh, what do I do? This is definitely new. I have never drawn this before. I can definitely say that. This face is a feeling. It's a mood. We've all been there. We've been like, really. This is the face I make when I wonder why y'all not drawing. I think I drew the face. I think I got it. I'm glad I can make your day a little better for you.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now, and the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions
All right,
of
I don't want to ruin anyone. I don't want to ruin anyone.
we have professional grade supplies for every emergency, even hard to find
I
products.
think I want to go take a
Get
nap.
same-day pickup and next day delivery on
I'm
most
getting really
items.
tired.
But we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you
Awesome.
running.
That is what
Call Quick
good
Ranger
art
Hotline
does.
865.
Makes you
Please,
feel
get
like
it
this.
done.
Like this face right here. Alright, I think I'm gonna go take a nap before Abe comes home. And then we gotta go get some dinner and stuff like that. Thanks so much. Yeah, make sure you post that competition thing, Luca. I'll be looking for it. I want to draw some sort of water girl. That would be pretty cool. Would make my day. Oh, yeah, yeah, no, yeah. That is definitely the face it makes, yes. I should put a caption with it. Make sure you drink. Did you drink your water? Or are you hydrating? This is an intense face. Maybe I'll clean it up and post it somewhere. Alright, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really hope you had some fun. Yeah, oh god, the duo. Oh, I should have done the owl with that face. The Duolingo owl, but with this face. That would have been really funny. I'll think about it. All right, I'm gonna go. I want you guys to have a great rest of your day and have a really, really great weekend. You might see me stream or pop up a random time, random day. I'm not sure. Sometimes when I'm painting, I'll just randomly pop up in there and stream a little bit. So yeah, thanks so much for coming by. I'm really glad I could keep you guys some company, and thanks for keeping me company. So I will hopefully see you guys some other day. All right. Thank you. Bye.